going on? Oh, there's. I'm looking at this. What a great opening. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome to my channel. Yimbo reviews everything. And this is my Sunday night show. It's Yimbo Buys Everything. And it is a fun, I can't even talk. I can't talk. I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize right at the start of the show because I had such a blast at LegionsCon 2022. I talked myself stupid. So there's that. So like I'm wearing this, it's jingling and distracting me. There's my attendee badge. I was wearing it because I wanted to shout out Viteri Productions. That's Joe. I want to go in. So he's the guy that runs all of the toy cons that I've been attending. And the cool thing is he is the real life Lord Vetrius, which again, Mythic noob. So I'm still learning about all of this stuff. So I'm going to take that off because the jingling is definitely driving me crazy. So let's get into the comments real quick. See who's in the house. That's my man. So there's Eric. That's Autumn Night over on Instagram. And it's my boy King Eternal over here on YouTube. And Buckaroo Banzai. What's going on, man? What a trip. I mean, this was the end of my con season. For me, it started with Toy Attic and hanging out over at New York Comic Con this year. No, was that the second one? I can't even. ToyCon, yeah, and then ToyCon New Jersey, and that's where I got to meet, in person, Toy Father and No Chewing, and that was just a blast, among obviously many others. But that was my first time getting to hang out with them. And now LegionsCon, and it was so good. And I'm gonna reiterate, I know I kind of flooded Instagram with lives and stuff this weekend. But one of the things that I really wanted to point out once again is that if you can get to a toy community-based event, I said it's the best of humanity. It really is, because it's people from all walks of life coming together with a common interest in toys, in the storylines, in the characters, and just it's nothing but support, and it's wonderful. Like everyone, there's no competition. Everybody's just trying to raise up the toy community and continue, because I keep joking, but it's really true. Like, we're not the makeup world. There's makeup, tutorial people, and that's great. There's a space for them, and that's awesome. But I think, and I believe deep down in the core of who I am, that every person loves toys, and that we're just slowly breaking down those barriers, and it's going to continue to grow. So my goal always is to lift up our toy community, lift up our fellow artists and collectors. And that's what this episode is going to be all about. So before I get into nothing but just promoting the heck out of everybody I met, I wanted to, talk about a couple toys. So first up, what should I do first? All right, so I'm going to start with a small toy company, because why not, right? So you've heard me talk about Fox Forge Toys. I've posted some pictures. I haven't even been doing the best job. No Chewing has been killing it. And I know he's not the only one, but like his pictures, he went hard with Fox Forge Toys after ToyCon, and they were incredible. So I wanted to show off, and I just had my boxes. So just a reminder, this was my first one. This was this. I know it's empty, but this was my exclusive. And this was the Bounty Hunter, but it's not really called the Bounty Hunter. It's something else. But this is there he is, the Boba Fett inspired one. And again, if they're not for you, they're not for you. But I have to tell you, I've had this one, and then I have one other one I'm going to show you. And this whole week, my wife and I were crushing through Game of Thrones. And I was sitting on the couch, just posing and twisting and getting there. It's just a smooth, fun figure to play with. And again, here's the helmet that comes off, which I love. And then there's a peg hole here, peg hole here, peg hole here. All the accessories, the weaponry can fit right on him, and that makes me happy, just like my GI Joes. So this was the one I've had, and I'm sorry to go over them again. But then I ended up getting Commander Alder. I think it's Alder. I keep screwing this up because I'm mixing up where the L and the D are, but I think it's Alder. So the difference here, obviously, is with the head. And again, I'm going to just shout out, like, this is a New Jersey teacher like me, chasing his dreams, developing his own IP. There's storylines, there's everything about this, and it's really great. So the fact that these are so much fun, I just want to get the word out and help this guy out, because what are we if not all dream chasers, right? So there's the head sculpt under there. I love that scar slash. And the Wave 2's been announced. And I know they have a bunch of aliens. I don't know like who's the bad guys yet, but I'm going to get more of them because they are a lot of fun. So I really do enjoy these, and they work so well, especially if you shoot Star Wars stuff. I do more like basically these guys are going to be living with Buzz Lightyear in a lot of my pictures because it'll give me reasons to shoot Buzz, and they just kind of fit together. So, and then, Cosmic Legions. I can't. So then, yeah, they're going to probably get mashed by the Cosmic Legion guys whenever I do get my hands on them. So they're great. And now I'm going to show you another showcase of, this is a Marvel Select. I know I've been doing a lot of these because they are awesome. And there's a specific reason I cracked this bad boy open today. And then you're going to learn, you're going to show it off. You'll see it later. But I'm going to, well, I guess I'll just tell you. So the first person, and I have this little slideshow prepared for us, is Duarte. Again, on Instagram, it's like Duarte. I have the cards. I have all sorts of stuff that I'm going to be showing you guys. But this guy, he made this tabletop gladiator diorama. It's like, it was just phenomenal. I know Realm of Toys was walking around with me. Collectible Fun was walking around with me. We would love this thing in our house. And when I took a couple shots, which you're going to see, because I broke up the slideshow into day 1 and day 2. And day 1, we were just fawning over it. And he's like, man, he's like, if you just want to bring a figure in tomorrow, you could shoot it in the dio. So what better figure, And now these are the, there's a lot of great stuff to love about it. Number 1, the paint job. It's throughout this wash and this paint throughout the entire figure. And I know something that I've been a little frustrated with in terms of like my Marvel Legend collection are how many times they just didn't paint the back. Like paint just stopped. So it's like, okay, I guess I'm not going to, ever shoot this character from behind. But this is all through and through. Now it's single jointed. It's obviously got that nice creak to it with if anybody who has, Marvel or Diamond Select figures, but you can get some really great stuff. I'm going to look into if I can torso mod, because you get the nice twisting, but I'm going to see if I can get a little bit more dynamic posing out of it. But it's not terrible. It really isn't. And just, again, the sculpt. You can't beat the sculpt. You cannot beat the sculpt. I don't have the original Incredible Hulk. I don't know if that's coming through. Come on, big guy. But everyone who's ever gotten it. And I've been with guys over at Chubsy Wubsy. That's another place I'm going to be shouting out tonight. Like Lago and Super Cool. Like I remember 2 Toy Cons ago, he grabbed it. I think Super Cool Mark ended up getting that Marvel Select Hulk, and that's how they said. Universally, that's what I've heard is that's the best Hulk, and I don't have him yet, but I'm so happy to have this one. And what's going to be great is he's going to go so well with my Mythic Legion collection that's now growing. And also, it's going to give me a reason to shoot my Thor Ragnarok. I don't know what is going on with the camera tonight. Come on. If anything, there we go. Boom. So, and remember, this guy doesn't even have any kind of torso crunching whatsoever because of the whole cover, right here. So, but I can't wait to pair these two together. Look at this. Can't even fit this guy in the frame. If I zoom out, there we go. So excited. Thor Ragnarok has been my most watched Marvel MCU movie by far. I think it's probably like Infinity War started creeping up there, but Ragnarok, I love that movie. I love Thor Ragnarok. So we're friends from work. So it's just super pumped to have this guy and to be able to shoot some stuff. And it's going to tie beautifully into my Yimbo verse when I start mashing up Hulk with all of these Mythic Legions, because this stuff is definitely going to happen. I can't wait. I'm such a putz. I forgot my Lone Wolf Lab Dio across the thing. All right. I will obviously be shouting Kevin out a lot. I have a whole slideshow of all of his work, so I'm not too. All right, he's gonna get his shine. But yeah, that was my other day 1 purchase was a Dio piece from Lone Wolf Lab. So I am so excited. I always say it. I don't pretend everybody looks at my story, but I did post the shot of it, so it is up there or was up there. Let me check the chat. All right, here we go. Chrissy Collections. Hey, thank you very much, man. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry I missed you at LegionsCon. We're strangers in the wind. I made that joke. I'm recycling my jokes. I made that joke to Darth Primus. because same deal. Like, you know, like so many cons we've been at, and then it's just we just haven't had our paths crossed yet. So, Chris, I promise you, we will get to do that. Keep doing what you're doing on TikTok, man. I told you, it is wonderful. So, yeah, Chrissy Collections over on TikTok. If you're a Star Wars fan, Lego fan, his stuff has been really excellent. Machu Toys in the house. What's going on, my man? Oh, Matt and I had a blast. He and Jay Shot definitely helped ease me into the Mythic Legions cabal because I was nervous. And George is in the house. Agent Variant, what's going on, dude? Again, we have a future stream coming up. I know George is starting to talk. Like, I think he's going to want to do it with Realm of Toys because that was a very successful stream that we had a while back now. And he's just going to get into his dio building and all sorts of really awesome stuff. So, George, we just got to pick our date, man. It's going to be really awesome. No chewings in the house, fellow toy daddy. You know, big things are happening with the toy daddies. It's very exciting. And you know, that's announcements are coming. So it's very exciting. So what's going on, Santi? And speaking of toy talk, so here we go. So that's probably Toy Father if I had to guess behind the account. But again, guys, you know, if you enjoy positive toy fun takes, then please go also check out Toy Talk. They are fantastic. Love those 4 guys. It's Toy Father. These are all on Instagram, but it's Toy Father. It is Toy Addict 17, who I'm going to be talking about. And then No Chewing and Cox Create, my friend Josh. So really, those guys are fantastic, and keep up the great work, guys. King Eternal, the Hulk screams, photographed me. Yes, dude. I mean, and that's what I can't wait to show the slideshow off because he's just so good. There he is. I just love him. I love him. The paint job, and then you get the ankle rockers. You get all of the things that you'd want. Now, you know, there's always the extra things. Okay, so no extra hands. Would that have been nice? Sure. But this is a huge hunk of plastic, just like where I've kind of made my peace with the McFarlane Megafigs. It's fine. I can get, if I want to do some kind of punching thing, I can do the right hook, you know. You don't necessarily need a fist hand. This hand is going to be great for the grabbing of heads and whatever. And he came with this really sick shield with all this battle damage and paint to it. Let's see. There we go. And this thing is like not sharp, but it would poke your eye out. If that makes sense. Now, the one thing, and this is on me, because I was trying to set him up during LegionsCon with all of these people like walking by, and it was not like huge spaces in each aisle. And I was just clumsily, and I popped this off. And so it's just, this is my fault. This was totally my fault. But this is a good opportunity. Not that I'm an affiliate of anything. I make no money doing any of this. This is just to help. And it's this thing called plastic surgery. And the funny thing is, if you haven't seen my interview with Sir Dork, I clumsily knocked over my Deadpool and snapped the tip of his katana off. And this stuff saved it. It saved it for me. So it's literally meant for this stuff. I don't know what, you know, how different it is from a super glue or a Gorilla Glue, but it's made for this. And I have found, I would say 90% of the time, like I was nervous about the katana because it's so thin, and some of the smaller times it hasn't worked out, but it did. It saved it, because that would have been bothering me so much. But I have 2 complete Deadpool katanas for my Mezco. And then look at this too. Again, it's just sharp, but not like gonna cut you or anything. But this one actually, that's pretty tight there, or not tight, sharp. That is sharp. But anyway, again, the detail, the paint, the texturing, there's the wrap, just really excellent. So we're just gonna continue to shout out. You know, there are other toy alternatives. So if you get unhappy with one line, there's no reason to bring negativity into toys. It's not for any reason whatsoever. We're talking about toys, and it's great, and it's so much fun. So keep it fun. So yes. So again, Marvel Selects and by Diamond Select. I had not avoided them just because of the price point initially. I'm like, I can buy more. I can get, no, at this point, go with what looks best, what what's going to bring you happiness, what's going to bring you joy. And getting to shoot these guys, and same deal with, like I said, with my McFarlanes, like the sculpting is just incredible. And the stuff that they come with is just Excellent, excellent. Because these can now be dial pieces in my Yimbonia, where it can just, sit in the back. Same thing with the shield, just sitting there whenever I'm not even shooting him. So very cool. And now, did I talk? I did do the Fox Forge guys, right? This is how my brain's working tonight. All right, so you guys have seen my Mythic Legions before. So these are the only ones that I have open. So I just wanted to remind you of how cool Tibius is. This is Tibius. Come on, there he goes. Nice. And why I love these figures so much. They are just really great, and I'm just embracing it. I feel like I fell in love with them because of Tibius, my Moss Man, who I can't remember his name at the moment. But when look at the texturing, like this stuff will turn your hands green, which is a compliment. Like this stuff, I'm very gentle with it so it doesn't flake off, but it's so good. It's so good. And again, just the stuff that he comes with, it's amazing. And then here's my Spartan Soldier with the red cape that they gave me at one of the toy cons a couple of, 2 toy cons ago, where they just include, either weapons or capes and things. So when I was like, oh, I got to add this on. But here he is, my Spartan guy. Just really, really wonderful stuff. The accessories, again, all on point. So that's going to be the main, come on. This is going to be amazing. I'm definitely shooting these guys together. So Mythic Legions. This is the LegionsCon episode. And very fired up about it because, like I said, met so many amazing people, new and old. Like obviously I got to see my friends again. I wanted to show real quick. Let's see. If you haven't checked the website, and I will be getting to the chat in a second, but I wanted you to share with you that the LegionsCon website has all of these people that I'm going to be discussing. These were all the different guests and vendors here. So I saw Jeremy many times. I saw Walter, but I didn't get to say hi. He was being interviewed for another toy podcast. And at this point, and I had locked my keys in the trunk today. We'll talk about it later, but I was not in the headspace to then make my typical Yimbo enthusiastic introduction. So I just kind of let Walter be, but I'm going to hit him up at some point. Trevor is the man, 1/6 shooter. I'm going to talk more about him. But yeah, so everybody I'm going to talk about, again, I didn't get to meet every single table, every single person there. But anybody that I do talk about, I'm just letting you know, you can find them all here. All their Instagrams and things are linked. There it is. There's Duart Studios. That's the guy that I was talking about. You can check him out also on Facebook. I can't wait. So, yes, I did bring everything. All right, good. Sometimes I get nervous. All right, so let me check the chat real quick, and then I'm going to fire up the slideshow. I've been saying it. I already made the joke, but yes, I did talk myself dumb this weekend, and I am also now, I'm feeling it. So I'm going to just run through the slideshow, potentially on potentially on Thursday. I've been setting up a little group of some people that I hung out with to kind of come on and do the official post-con unboxings and talking about all the different buys that we had. So, this is just going to be my personal experience, the, LegionsCon through the eyes of Yimbo. And then, so hopefully Thursday, that's where I'm aiming for my midweek stream this week. All right. So here we go. Let me check this out. Let me look into the chat. Ooh, Brian's in the house. That's Action Figure Neverlands. Yeah, this is the ToyCon Sunday after hours party. Yeah, try it, man. It is a good time. Like I said, I have myself up. We're all good. Yeah. All right. So Toy Talk. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yes. Again, I'm going to say it one more time. Plastic surgery. This saved my Deadpool katana. So really, it should be on Amazon. I've had that for a while. I think it's my second one that I'm now going through. That sounds like I'm breaking a lot of toys, but it's just a good thing to have. Cox Create, what's up, Josh, in the house? What's going on, my fellow Diamond Boy? And then who we got? Oh, Gaming with Fox Paul. Every single time you say hi, and then I'm like, I got to text Paul. So maybe after tonight, I'm just going to send you the message. You don't have to worry about responding tonight, but we will get back into talking. But again, he's a toy streamer. So I always say, if you like this level of enthusiasm and positivity, Paul does that, Gaming with Fox, for video games. And there's Danny. What's going on, my man? Dude, your face will be gracing our screen very, very soon. So here we go. Let's fire this bad boy up. I think I'm gonna have to. Oh yeah, no, never mind. I'm just being silly. Just being silly. Let's see. Chrome tab, and away we go. All right, so let's start this bad boy up. So I'm gonna be bouncing back and forth. Again, I still have my one screen set up, but I'm eventually gonna have at least a dual screen, so I can kind of do both of these things at the same time. But yeah, so that's this goofy Photoshop that I made Saturday morning right before I hopped in the shower. I don't know, I was cracking myself up. So hopefully you enjoyed Yimbo as a Mythic Legion Tibius. So there we go. So LegionsCon 2022. Let's go through the day, shall we? Now, to kick things off, like I said, I'm going to be referring to a lot of these, everybody, friends that I met, and then the vendors and the customizers. So I'm going to be having to, unfortunately, I'm still having my issue with Instagram where I can't log in outside of my phone app. Or at least I can't just do it in Chrome right now like I was. I used to be able to do it. I haven't fixed that issue yet. And I think I'll just have to send a message to Instagram and then wait and see what happens. So I wish otherwise I would have had all of this stuff set up. I would have been clicking around, but I have to go through this way. But I have my list of friends that I will be shouting out and telling you all of their Instagram handles. All right, doing it that way. So anyway, upon entering, they had these two big glass cases, and I'm sure you've seen other people's videos and even maybe scenes from my own. But these are a couple of the guys that stood out to me, just wrapped around. I decided, obviously, it was kind of silly because they're in glass and I was getting all that kind of glare. These are just my phone shots. I just took my phone on Saturday, but I did take my fancy camera, as I call it, today. So I do have day 2 pictures have vastly improved. I will tell you that much. So first guy I wanted to talk to. Oh my, all the way from I hope I'm getting this right again. Scatterbrains. Sweden is Emil. So this is Emil's account is, I'm just going to run to it real quick. Is Emil.Wickman. That's it. Oh, it's right at the bottom. I'm such a knucklehead. So if you recall, many Toy Daddy episodes ago, talking with Santi, so No Chewing and Toy Father, I think one of them had discovered that there's a guy that customizes Marvel Legends, and we were blown away. And guess what? I got to see them all in person, and they are amazing. The love that this guy puts into his stuff. I mean, obviously I had to shoot the Deadpool, the Fantastic Four. It's unreal, the level of artistic talent that this guy has. So, oh wait, all right. So there's gonna be more. So these are just my phone shots. So, Emil, I was asking him, just off the record, just hanging out as friends, just getting to know each other. But I was asking him questions about how, what are you selling? And he's like, well, these are not for sale. And I was like, oh, all right, that's interesting. And he goes, yeah. He's like, I had a guy. He's like, last LegionsCon offer. He's like a really nice amount of money, and I kind of kicked myself walking away, or because he said no. And he's like, and I thought about it, but he's like, these customs that are displayed, they mean more to him than the money. And that's so awesome. So I was like, okay, well, I'm all about, me and my friends trying to find ways to monetize, our talents, our creativity. So you're here as a vendor, how, are you selling anything? And it turns out that he did pair up, and I'm blanking on the group he's with. I will, again, check this out on Instagram, because just go follow the guy if you don't already. But he tag teamed with a group, and he was selling custom heads that he painted. And I asked him today, I was like, so how did it turn out? And he's like, I think I kind of covered my trip. So that's amazing. And that's all that he was about. He wasn't trying to profit and go nuts. It's just we're just trying to find ways to ease the financial burden of this hobby that we love. We love this stuff. So Emil, seriously, amazing, just dude, and then fantastic customizer. So I have on day 2 way better pictures of his work. All right, hang on. All right, moving on. Couple of friends over here. So this is Detour Customs. Let me just make sure I get his handle right. Let me just see. I'm just scrolling down. I know this is not the best way to do it. But where is it? It's detour underscore customs. I've been following Steph for a while now. His stuff is also incredible. He makes these beautiful magic pieces and different effects, and just his stuff is awesome. So if you haven't checked his account out, please go check out detour underscore customs. And then on my right, that's Darth Primus. So that's Tony the Toy Man. His account is Darth. I think it's 2 underscores Primus, Primus. Finally got to meet Tony. He was another guy that we've been at all these cons, and every single time we're like, we'll hit each other, in a comment or in a DM, just be like, I missed you again, man. So we finally got to hang out and touch base and say hi. He's amazing, super chill dude, really awesome. Here we go, Chubsy Wubsy. Got to talk to Chubbs a little bit, and look at that figure. That figure is fantastic. Someone made him a custom. It's awesome, and he had that out. He was in full regalia. He was in his Chubsy Wubsy gear with a big Spartan type helmet on. The dude is the best. So I know that like Toy Father, Toy Talk's been talking about them. That's just another great online toy company, and we want trusted reseller. We want trusted not just resellers, but toy people. We don't have to, if Target's frustrating you, there are other options. So Chubsy Wubsy is a great place. I've been in the store many times. Chubbs is the man. His wife's awesome. Toy Talk did an interview with them not long ago that I highly recommend you check out, because that was just a blast to watch. And then on the right, again, my right, is the video game Mythic Legions game. So there's again a Facebook account, Mythic Legions Games. So I talked to those guys 2 different times. I am super stoked about this because I am a gamer. I haven't been playing many games the last couple of years since parenthood, since my kids. Basically, I've got to play a lot of video games when they were infants. So the first year of their life, it was great. Little double twin babies on my lap, and I'm clicking around playing. But ever since they started walking and talking, there's no chance for me. So, my gaming has gone down lately. But this is what I'm super fired up about. It's turn-based. It's a turn-based strategy game like Final Fantasy that was described. And it's based in this world with these characters, and it looks amazing. And, you get a loadout that you can then completely customize just like their figures. You can rename your character. So it looks to be a lot of fun. I think it's up for pre-order on Steam. You can get the pre-order the backing kit, I think it was called. And then it's also going to be available for, PCs, and there's going to be a mobile version. I asked about, because I'm a PlayStation guy, and they said not yet. But again, I have all of these devices and ways to play, so I will be playing a version of this. I'm definitely excited about it. I'm bouncing back to the chat real quick. So let's see. Alexander Deshaw, what's going on, my dude? Rabbits Den Collectibles in the house. What's going on, Marco? He also has some new YouTube reviews posted. So again, go check him out. Again, we got to support our fellow content creators. So please throw Marco a sub and check out his videos. He gets into great detail about Mezco. I know he says he has a Kamakura one out. Forget which one you just did today. Again, I was busy, Marco. I apologize, but I will be checking up. Chrissy Collections, those Marvel Legends Legions mashups are insane. Dude, wait till you see the on my fancy camera. They're gorgeous. Frank Relmit Toys is in the house. So he can't feel my feet from standing. Dude, that was the whole thing. I had originally planned on, just like the last Toy Con, just having the big, hey, let's everybody come on. After 2 days, it was a lot for all of us. So everyone involved was wiped out, worn out. And I was just like, let me just have this little conversational promotional podcast for all these fine artists tonight. And then we'll do the actual big old unboxing, just revel in toys on Thursday. So that's our tentative plan, is Thursday. Emil is the real deal. Yeah, dude. And he is that was what was so cool, is that the everybody's energy, and everybody, I always say that a lot, but it's true. Everybody's energy was so warm and just wonderful. I legitimately was nervous driving on Saturday. I was like, I don't know this stuff, and I'm going to sound like an idiot, and I don't know the lore. I don't know. You know what I did today? I called them tribes, and Trevor 16shooter was like, well, with their factions. I'm like, like I couldn't even get that right. But this is a world I want to now really dive into. And I don't know what I was waiting so long for. Like, really, it's so wonderful. And Four Horsemen Studios, they really love their fans. They really do. So Emil, just the fact, so that's why I just want to get his stuff out there. Just go check his stuff out, because literally, like, he doesn't, like shipping, or he doesn't even do that stuff, because it's from, I believe, like I said, Sweden. So he was explaining like how crazy shipping charges are. So he doesn't really do commissions, but he is trying to make events like this stuff. And then, like, just, he's awesome. He's just super cool to talk to. Rabbit's Den, my dude. Yeah, of course, man. That's what I'm talking about. This is a whole episode of plugs. That's what it's all about. Yeah, let's go Mythic Legions. All right, so let's go. So like I said, the game, the developers are really awesome dudes. Again, just a small independent, video game developer. So if you are into these properties, let's go support them. Like, it again, voting with your money counts. So where do you want to best spend it? Like, that's all I'm saying. All right. So you can see we had a blast. I mean, so we have Machu Toy back there. There's Toy Addict 17, my man Danny, and then I'm gonna say J Shot is up front. So it's J Shot 820. I just want to make sure I got that right. J Shot 820. Yep. J Shot _ 820. Awesome dude. And then I want to highlight my friend Matt. He's Collectible Fun over on Instagram. Like, he came from California. And he's like, he has a couple of Mythic Legions, but he came for the friendship and to get to see everybody and to have that feeling of just, we feel like we've been best friends forever. Like, so just Matt, I was so happy to get to hang out with you, man. It was just a joy the last 2 days. So getting to see all my toy friends again, it's how could you not? My face is still hurting again from smiling. Continuing on. And again, I know I posted these selfies on Instagram. If you saw them, great. If you haven't, great. I love getting to talk to them and hype up my friends. So right next to me is my man, as you know, Realm of Toys 89. And then we have Action Figure Neverland. So that's Brian in the house. And then New York Rebel Photography. So Tom, it was so much fun. It's just so much fun just getting to chat and just talk about these things that we're so passionate about. Oof, moving on. Love these guys. Speaking of Agent Variant in the house, so there was George. We had an absolute blast. Behind him, as I'm now coughing and realizing, is Lone Wolf Labs. So there's Lone Wolf Labs photo bombing in the back. I guess I should have tagged him. Shoot. Not necessarily a photo bomb, but yeah, there he is right in the back. That was his booth. I took some really great shots of his stuff today just to show you. And then again, New York Rebel. Well, you guys are blessed. Just a joy to hang out with. Seriously. And now I'm name dropping. It's a cool thing to look up to these guys and their work for so long, and to now really, be connecting with them and talking to them, because we're all just people and we're all into the same stuff. But I've always been a huge fan of their work. So there's Trevor 16 Shooter, as you know, he is he is the Mythic Legions photographer. He's the man. And today, something I'm going to get into my stuff. I'm going to save it for the day 2 story. But anyway, I got to learn under his learning tree today, and that was awesome. And then that is Darius. That is, I hope I'm saying this right, man. Darius, but that's D Amazing. Dude, this is my second time getting to talk to him. I met him at New York Comic Con. He's just another genuinely good person, man. He is just so cool and so down to earth. And I have to lock down a date, but D Amazing will be one of my future streams of Yimbo interviews everyone. So again, just the fact that he agreed to come on, it's an honor, man. It's an honor and a pleasure. So, go drink your water. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm drinking my water. So be good and drink your water. I love it. All right, and now there's Mark. They're super cool. And again, I'm gonna get their usernames right. So it's the super cool QOOL. So that's Mark. And then this is Pablo. And Pablo and I were acquainted when in the Mythic Legions chat, where I have been awful about participating in because I've only had these 3 open so far, but that's all going to change now. So so here his account is PL underscore toybox underscore photography. And Pablo has, again, a ton of fun on his page, a lot of great shots, a lot of Mythic Legion stuff. I'm going to come back to the chat real quick to say hi, and let's just see. Here's Brian. So Action Figure Neverland, with the game coming out, I'm excited about all the new lore. We're going to get to it. So that's such a good point. I need to start reading. I I met one of the sculptors today, one of the main, 4 horsemen guys. And again, I'm really great with faces. He's got the awesome handlebar mustache. But names I'm trying to get better at in terms of etching them. But I met a lot of people. But he's one of the main guys. He's one of the sculptors. And he's so great. And that's what he told me, to really check out the 4 Horsemen source, like website. That's where Jeremy comes up with all this lore and puts it onto the website and all that type of stuff. So that's something that's, like there's things in the works with some of my friends to get us more knowledgeable of this world. But that's what's exciting, because again, the toys, this is my existence for the rest of my life. This is my personality now, is toys. It's always been, just that I'm publicly open about it. And I'm just really ready to dive into this whole world. I love Game of Thrones. I love Braveheart. I love medieval times. That's what I was saying. And you know what? I love medieval times in New Jersey. But yeah, so I'm super pumped to actually get to know now all of this stuff outside of just them looking amazing, Agent Variant. Matt was awesome. We had lunch together. Yeah, dude, I was so pumped. I was so pumped. I was so pumped for you guys that you all got to hang out and go to that lunch. He was telling me all about it today. He said you guys had a blast. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. That it's just, as you guys know, you got to juggle that work life toy balance. So I'm so happy that you guys were all able to get together. Here's my brother-in-law, Mike. I wonder if my nephew Mikey's watching. What's going on, my little man? Keep scoring those goals, buddy. And yeah, dude, it was an exhausting blast. It was such a blast. It was amazing. I didn't know Pablo was tall, dude. He is so tall. Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's a big dude, but he was just amazing guy. Chrissy Collections, the lore is so fascinating. I highly recommend reading all the character bios on the boxes and also the main articles on the site. Thank you very much. That is something that I need to do, because I've been getting these guys, and this is a little spoiler for one of my buys, but yeah, see, he's right. That's all lore right there. I'm just being super lazy about it. I don't think I've actually taken the time to read. So I know I'm a brat. So this is, all right. I'll jump in. One of my buys, this is the last Mythic Legions buy that I had. It's the Deluxe Barbarian Legion Builder. I'm going to possibly unbox him tonight, because I'm super amped about it, and I want to, see how he stacks up against that Planet Hulk and then the other Mythic guys that I have. So that was the last one. And, going back to Detour Customs, Steph was able to help me out. Speaking of, Steph also will be a future guest on Yimbo Interviews Everyone. So again, this is really cool that, getting to meet these people, and then I'll get to pick their brains and get them, get their stuff out there. So, but yeah, Steph was able to help me out. I avoided all lines this weekend. I don't know how I did it, and I don't want people to be mad. No, I really didn't buy too much, but I also if I did wait in that line, I would have been in trouble. So I'm really thankful for Detour Customs, for Steph helping me out and getting me. I wanted, and this is just because it's my own fault, I've passed on the Barbarian. So this is called the Deluxe. This is why I don't understand the different things, right? So this is the new one. But the one I was thinking of was the Deluxe Barbarian. So this is the Legion Builder, I guess. Oh, the Army Builder. I wanted that one they were selling for 60, and he has all these different, you can make up, 2 or 3 different versions of the Barbarian. I think that was the deal. So I just haven't picked him up yet, the last 2 Toy Cons. And he was, when I was hanging out with Realm of Toys, when Frank was in line, I was peeking. I was like, oh, that's where it is. And I should have even asked him to grab it for me, but I didn't. And I just kind of assumed I'd end up getting in the line eventually. But Saturday, there was no chance. And today there was a chance. But again, I'll get into why and then why I didn't end up getting them. So again, very thankful that Steph got me this. I will eventually, and that's what's wonderful about Four Horsemen, and what's helping me with like FOMO is the fact that they do show up to these toy cons and they have their own that I can attend. I'm hoping that they go to the spring toy con. That would be awesome. But if not, then I can just wait until next October and I'll just get it then. You know what I mean? All right, Machu. Meeting everybody was super fun, but I'm sure we're all exhausted now. Props to you for having the energy to do the show. It's just a lot of let's keep it moving, right? Lago Figs, love seeing the community all together. Thanks for sharing, Jimmy. Dude, of course. And I'm glad Lago is popping in because I'm jumping ahead a little bit. But D Blake makes. That's D Blake. I'm gonna get to his whole handle and everything, but D Blake makes. I just want to make sure I have that right. You've seen his stuff. Let me just put it this way: you've seen his work everywhere. So if you haven't met him yet, it is. Yeah, I was right. D Blake makes. So I was telling him, talking to him about, like I got to watch his live before I went to bed on Saturday night. He did a great job, like talking about his, what he does and think, how he does it, yada, yada. And he ended up, I told him that I will be on December 6th. I will be a guest on Chat Migos. So on the Toy Migos YouTube channel. So that's another group of awesome toy people for another fun YouTube show. Small, like not even small because of when you really look at their numbers all throughout all of social media, these are big guys. But Lago is part of Toy Migos and Chat Migos. So I told him that I was going to be a guest, and I'm going to show this again. But look at this. He hooked me up, man. I'm part of the universe now. So I have this is my first thing from D Blake Makes. I was going to buy a Spider-Man sign, and he literally sold the last one before. So I will eventually have a D Blake Makes Spider-Man sign that I also want to use because, again, people have been taking amazing photos. I think Machu has done it, like the Ninja Turtle sign, right? And like it just pops, man. It just makes it comic panel, but all practical. So it's just really fantastic. So we'll talk more about that. Alex, the energy in the room was nonstop for 48 hours straight. It truly was. Like, what a just genuinely awesome experience. Like, you can't match it. You really can. It was just love and support. No chewing. These toys have really built up an amazing fan community, and Spring Toy Con. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. Between maybe the Spring Toy Con, I hope Four Horsemen are going to have a table. That's where I wasn't sure because I didn't go to the spring one last year. But I also didn't realize it was considered like a toy con because I thought they did the one, and then every month, Viteri Productions, they have like a toy fair. So it's at the Wayne Pal. It's like I think it's just one of the rooms as opposed to throughout the entire building. But I heard they have a spring con. So somebody's got to let me know. Do they show up? Do Four Horsemen show up? Because then I'll have to start budgeting again. Oh, and thank you, Santi. I always forget. Everybody, if you could please hit that like button. Thank you very much for the reminder. But as we know, it does help. Sir Dork, my man, Sir Dork, Jared, he even said when Santi reminded me again back then. So thank you again. But yeah, he said it really does help. The likes really do help. So, thank you. So if you can hit that would be really awesome. Yeah, woohoo! Looking for that episode, dude. It's going to be awesome. All right, so let's keep this train moving along. All right, so this is now getting into some of these customizers and accounts that I wanted to shout out. So again, you can check out all of these vendors. In terms of the vendors, you can find them all on the LegionsCon website. All right, so again, I really just, if I'm mentioning something and you're like, oh, Yimbo didn't link anything, just telling you, go to LegionsCon, just search for LegionsCon. Hit the main, search the website, and then just go stay around. I showed it at the start of the show. All right, so this is Drunk Gizmo. So drunk_Gizmo_ customs. Truly fantastic work. So let's help him out. Let's help him grow his Instagram page. These are just ridiculous. They're really ridiculously awesome. So, as you know, Lone Wolf Labs is my man. That's my go-to dude. But Drunk Gizmo was another really nice guy to talk to, and I just wanted to shout him out. And he's like, "Oh, I really appreciate that." So there's his cards on there. I have my little pile. I'm serious. This is Mike can make it rain right now. Look, I got. I'm gonna come back to this here. Oh, I'm gonna stop sharing this for a second, just so you can see how silly I am. So look, I have all of my merch or my it's not the merch. It's I don't know, advertising from everybody. So, here we go. So cards here. There's a Trevor One-Chick Shooter. This was from 80s Babe Dario. This was at Comic-Con, actually. I'm going to go through all these Crashbox customs. There's 80s Babe, right? Toy Migos. Yeah, there's more stuff. So, yep, see? I told you. There it is. So, Drunk Gizmo Customs. All right, so check this dude out. Again, really fantastic stuff. He does a lot more in terms of like the fountains and a lot of like, pretend liquid-based stuff. He's got his stuff that, can also be swappable and customizable. So really cool. Who else do we have on here? Mark Calvo. That's another one. I don't know if I have anything in particular to shoot, but here we go. This is the Forge collection. All right, he was at the table. Here we go. Whoop. The Forge collection. All right, some cool stuff there. He was next to the Duarte Studios. This is where I was telling you about that the Gladiator Pit. So I can't wait to show you the Gladiator Pit. And I got a sticker from Emil. Thanks, man. And this is a Toy Con thing, but that was hilarious. I'm going to be talking about this guy, Mike Custom Creations. We'll be talking about hard to find toys coming up. All right, so we'll keep the party moving. Swag, that's the word, swag. I'm so nuts. All right, so here we go. Toy Migos. Yes, that's awesome. It is a lot of fun, so I'm very excited about that. It's going to be very cool. Alexander, it was great meeting you too, man. This is so awesome, dude. Yeah, there we go. All about promotions. Swag. Thank you, Rabbit's Den. Yes. Something we all get. Yeah. See, I told you, it's I'm on low power mode. I might not appear that way, but my brain is functioning at I think we're probably maybe 16%. So we'll see how much battery life I have left. All right, popping this back up. So here we go. Moving right along. So this was the Mike. So on Instagram, like I was saying, it's literally, so it's Mike 83. So his stuff obviously deals with a lot of Masters of the Universe, but not necessarily just that, but he does a lot of Mo2 stuff. But then the Mythic Legions customizing is just, again, unreal. It's just unreal and just beautiful stuff. So there's options, and that's what I was trying to do by taking some of these different pictures, is that each of these customizers has their own style. They have their own, just like our toy photography, we all put, it's all the same figures, but we all have our different flair, our different spin, our different, look and story that we're trying to tell. So, if Mike Custom Creations, if you see anything here, he obviously does a lot of skeleton type stuff too. Go check him out. And here we go. Look at this Gladiator Pit. So this, like I said, is Duarte, and his account. So you can, if you go to the LegionsCon site, it will take you to his Facebook page. On Instagram, let's try to help him grow. His stuff is Duarte _studios. It took up. I mean, now granted, I have a diorama that's on literally a folding table, so I can't really this thing is it's that big. It was massive. And not only was it just the interior of the stand and the thing, he had the whole outside done. And then he has towers. And I wish I took even more pictures of it. And again, that's why if you go check out his page on Insta, I'm sure you're going to find stuff of his. It was truly, truly phenomenal. Crashbox Customs was there. So this is my first time getting to talk to Crashbox, or I didn't get to actually talk, but see their work. And that particular Gomez, that hallway is just stellar. And if you notice, I tried to make sure because he even had the little velvet ropes. So really great stuff. And then, clearly a ton of like amazing mythic stuff. So again, you can see that there. That was like a modular display set. Really great work. And you can, check out all of these people, through their, many different social platforms. But again, specifically, they're all tagged on my last Instagram post. So, but yeah, Crashbox Customs, really great stuff. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and Matt, you can correct me, Matt Machu Toy, you got one today, right? That was one of you got a Crashbox custom. If I remember correctly. Let's see. Love how you're on low power mode, but the smile keeps going. You the man. It's still there. That's the thing that goes out at one. Like I think even when the power goes out, I just go into. So I'll still stay on. So moving right along, because this is just too much fun, guys. All right, day 2. So day 2, I did get my selfie with the gigantic ogre. That's a big boy. Yeah, just really incredible. And I know that Four Horsemen, they're one of their strengths has always been, like their sculpting work and like their statue work. So just that was just ridiculously awesome. The man on my right is Renee, and he is the owner of Hard to Find Toys. So I wanted to shout him out. The dude is just, again, a pleasure to talk to, super awesome and supportive. And he's just, so I would vouch for him. He's a veteran-owned company. Just really great dude. So I look forward to talking to him more and reaching out to him more. And then, probably buying toys from him. Because like I said, between, if you're ever upset with the other big box manufacturers, Hard to Find Toys, Chubsy Wubsy, like these are two legitimate, like awesome families that are trying to just make their way in the world selling toys. You know what I mean? Like, so Renee, thank you. You're just a pleasure meeting you. And I didn't really know he's from Houston. So congratulations. I know you were very excited about the Astros winning. I'm not, but that's because I'm a Yankee fan. But hey, it's just, who cares? Right? So congratulations, man. We're rooting for laundry, and I'm now, I've had many years in my lifetime of getting to raise the trophy and being happy, so I can absolutely be happy for somebody else. So I'm happy for you, man. There's D Blake Mix. So treat yourself. Seriously, D Blake, awesome dude. I even mentioned to him about having him on a future stream. So like I said, I feel like I have at least 3 interviews, kind of. I just have to like lock down some dates. But D Blake, it's just really a pleasure, and his stuff. There's the Twin Migos logo up there. But yeah, so thank you very much, D Blake, for hooking me up with my first ever piece. And I'm gonna have to hook this up. And it's definitely gonna have, this is gonna be somewhere up here to live on in the back of there. So thank you very much again for that. Let me check the chat real quick. Anybody else have anything from D Blake Makes? That's what I would love to know in the chat. All right, so let us know who else has bought anything from one of the toy cons, because he's got plenty of great stuff. So seriously, like if you have been happy with his work, by all means, tell everyone else here, because that's what this is all about. Moving on. This was 32 slides, by the way. 32 slides, but it's a lot of smiles and cool stuff. So I hope you guys don't mind. But yeah, I had to go pose with him too. So he's amazing. And now, so this stuff I had to show off. He's getting 2 slides because I love his stuff to death. Lone Wolf Labs. So my friend Kevin, this guy, if you are new to the stream, that, again, if you're new to the stream, hello. Like, seriously, this is awesome that you're here spending this time listening to me talk about toys. And Kevin, Lone Wolf Labs, did the first ever and currently only giveaway. That's something else that's things are starting to, I'm making some more big boy moves now. All right. So I have to get a P.O. box set up, I think. I don't know. I'm going to do some stuff. So I want to do another giveaway. That's going to become, I'm just saying it now, putting it out into the universe. It won't be for a little while because, maybe 500 subs, maybe, something like that. Get the word out. But yeah, I want to set up a PO box just because, I teach computer safety and internet safety at school, and it's just that type of thing. So anyway, so Lone Wolf is just what an awesome dude. And he did a diorama giveaway. He ended up doing 2 because I was such an idiot that night. And he's just the best. So I want to continue to shout out his work. His pricing was just fantastic. That middle piece right there behind the big, tall, vampire guy, that was his special con, like exclusive thing that he made just for LegionsCon. I think Toy Father's getting one. So I'm very excited to see all those shots. And again, just to show you the type of stuff that he does. I mean, you can see the level of detail in his work, and in his pricing, and his price points are incredibly affordable. He's like, look around. There's so many, diorama, and they do different things. He's like, but the work and the craftsmanship that you get from him, instantly photographable. And then Kevin's attitude is like, he wants us to put the finishing touches on. You can do your own spin, you can do your own things, and the enhancements. He's just trying to be able to crank these out at affordable pricing to help out people like us. So really awesome. And there's his stuff. So, again, I'll read out his thing, but it's lone_wolf_labs, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, of course. Over on Instagram, and he's got his link to his eBay store and all that type of stuff. So really great, awesome stuff. Oh, see, I had to get another shot of it because I just had to showcase it. It's so cool, and I think he makes all those pumpkins. He makes everything. He's awesome, and he's just the man. So Lone Wolf Labs diorama, love him. And there's Duarte. So there's Duarte. I had to get again, shout this dude out because the different, the craftsmanship now of going from one diorama maker to this one. Again, 2 different types of guys, no competition, just doing different things. Duarte's, this is, I mean, like, he put a lot of time into this one piece. And he said he had some people like talking about, or discussing, debating who was going to end up buying it from him. So I totally get it, man. Like, that was one of his that's what he does. So where it's Lone Wolf is making, smaller type things that he can crank out on, like, this is a different type of animal altogether. That gladiator pate was ridiculous. So thank you again, man, for letting me. So his name's Brian. For letting me. Oh no. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, my stupid slides are getting all messed up. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Oh, what a knucklehead. All right. I don't mind leaving this thing up. I was putting this together on my phone. Let's see. Reset image. That doesn't do it. Can I rotate it this way? I'm feeling so silly now. This is going to be the cool stuff that I got to do, too. All right, hang on a second. So I'm going to stop sharing real fast. I'm not going to try to be anything too boring right now. I was just going to see if I can tweak these on my phone because that's where I'd put these on. Because I wanted to show off this Hulk Ragnarok shot. God, internet, you failed me. Technology. So stupid. Oh, it's so messed up too. Because why would it be messed up right here? It doesn't make any sense. All right, let me just see something real quick. Can I rotate this? Will it rotate this way? No. Well, this is a bummer. That kind of bums me out. I'm sad about that. All right, you know what? That's okay. The rest of them are fine. So I'm gonna see real quick if I could just do one. As you can see, and I've made this joke many times before in the stream, as soon as things go a little sideways, I might be cool about it, but you could start seeing I start glistening. So the big thing is this is like my one shot that I wanted to kind of show off, and that's a little frustrating. So thank you for bearing with me. I'm just gonna add, let's see, maybe these 2 in real quick. Did that work? Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna go present again. Let's see. Alexander, I got a TMT sign from him today. Thank you. All right. So there we go. So that's D Blake Makes. Thank you for letting me know. Again, if anybody else, I'm assuming you were happy with it. I mean, I think his stuff is really cool. I need to make that decision to start displaying with those signs. I know many people have already done it. So let's see. Just stretch them out in the presentation by the size. That should work. All right. We'll give it a shot, George. We'll give it a shot. The rest of the slideshow should be okay. So that's what it's. Just a couple of like even my Chubsy Wubsy picture. And then let me see. Let me see if I got to get that Chubbs picture. I have to because it's too good. Yeah, there he is. Okay. At the very least, I have these guys. Okay. So we're gonna move on from this slide. Here we go. Loading. I know. Fun technology. Okay. All right. So that's Chubbs. Okay. So here we go. Today, I had it since I had my fancy camera, and there was D Amazing and Detour Customs, and they're boys that I was just like, dude, I'm like, let me get a nice little portrait of you guys. So again, shouting both these guys out. If you have not subbed to D Amazing, I mean, I can't imagine anyone that watches me does not know about his work. But literally, like the first time, even before I was doing this show myself, when I wanted to get into Mezco. Lago Figs. He sold me this Gomez figure. He sold me this Gomez figure, the command, like the command center one or whatever you call it. But I didn't know what all the little pieces meant, and I had Googled a review, and it was his. And I've been a fan of his ever since. Like I said, I love the way he discusses the figures and life and all that good stuff. So these guys are great. Okay. This is gonna be cool. So let's see if those pictures work. Yes, they do. Okay, so this is Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Now, what's really awesome is that their account is Spiro Toys. And I didn't realize this upon following them, but Spiro, I bought like a BB-8 remote control Bluetooth thing back when The Force Awakens came out. And now Spiro is partner. They're the ordering partner for this line, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I got to play with some. I got to pose some today. So the guy in the center there with the glasses, I want to say his name is Jason. He's, again, a great crew of dudes. And we talked about, like just, again, the engineering that goes into these toys, like the things that they could pop up with them, just the whole, it's a process. To launch a toy line is a massive headache. Way back when, in the last couple of years, like Shartimus Prime, had tried and couldn't get it going. So like they are successfully launching the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. They had the ones that are about to be shipped out that you can find on pre-order for at Hard to Find Toys. They are like he's an official distributor of them, so you can pre-order from there. And they have a comic book. So I bought the 2 issues. I had to support, you know what I'm saying? So I want to show my support for the guys, and I'm gonna have to get some of these. I'm gonna have to get some of them. I just am, because they look gorgeous. And here we go. So they fit literally right in with all of the stuff, in the 112 world. I would say they're more like Mythic than like McFarlane size. Like they're just a good 6-inch scale figure. And the detailing, the accessories. Here's some. Nope, not that one. That's the blame. There we go. Oh, so that middle guy got messed up. But look, you can. And I was just checking. Like they have their stuff up for pre-order. I think it's $35 a figure, and then that the big guy, big gorilla, is $55. So price points are great, and you see this little cast of characters on the right hand side there. So yeah, very cool. So Spiro Toys. So if you don't follow Spiro Toys, it might not be the same Spiro. Is it the same Spiro? I have no idea. But it's Jason. It is Jason, and I think it might be. I don't know. See, we'll have to talk. One of these days, I'll have to reach out to him and see if he wants to come on to promote. But yeah, so this is a very cool toy line. Again, if you're into animals, that are wanting to fight each other with different style of gladiator costumes, they're really neat. They're really neat. Has anyone else heard of them? So let me know in the chat, because I'm going to jump back for a second. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you saw them. Animal Warriors. PO'd Blight. There you go. Very cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do some on these. And Marco did. I supported the Kickstarter. Excellent. I think they are Spiro, and BB-8 was... Oh, Sphero. Thank you very much. That makes way more sense, obviously. Yeah, thank you, Marco. This is just, again, what are we down to now? 12% battery life. All right. Moving right along. So these are very cool. I can't wait to read this comic book. I'm pretty sure my wife is going to be sleeping by the time I finish the stream tonight. So I think I'm just going to read through this for, 2 issues and then get hooked. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case. If I go back to there's my shot. I had 2. This one still didn't want to come out right because something's definitely funky either on my phone or on the internet. But that was the shot that I took today, and I don't know if I'm just gonna post it after some color tweaking, or if I'm gonna try to get fancy and do some get rid of some of this backdrop stuff. But really, I thought it was pretty cool, man. So again, thank you, Brian from Do Art Studios, for letting me mess around and play in your sandpit. That was awesome. Here we go. Oh, the Deadpool got messed up. All right. So day 2 with Emil, I was like, dude, let me get a portrait with, let me take a nice little portrait of the man behind the figures. Of course, Deadpool. That was the one that clearly I couldn't stop looking at the Deadpool. And that's the picture that got spun around. Super annoying. But there's a Sabretooth. He has all the X-Men. Look at that. Captain America. Ugh. These are just, they're just incredibly awesome. Like, really amazing. I could have snapped a million different pictures or just taken this. It was one of those days. If it was yesterday, if I had my fancy camera yesterday, I would have spent more time getting every single batch. But I was on a time restraint today just to get back to the fam. And so I just wanted to snap a few of them. And now I can tell we are starting to get to the end, because at the end of the day, Collectible Fun and I finally checked out the cases that had the Cosmic Legions, because we both are all in on Wave 2. They look awesome. And now the girl, the female on the left, on my left, she is from Wave 1. And I think I have to go back and order her. I think she's up on Big Bad. Like the cloth cape, I think a wired cloth cape, but she looked so good. But one of them, of course. Why not? But yeah, so they just look fantastic. And fortunately, with my camera, I do have a polarized thing on, so like that's why some of these can look pretty awesome. That one guy would have looked good in the picture had it not been stretched out. And then last but not least, I wanted to shout out. So here's my stupid story. This is literally the second time this happened. So about 2 springs ago, this spring it'll be 2 springs ago. So I went to Target looking for toys. It was on a day where I was free of parental and husbandly responsibilities for a few hours, and it was a Jimmy day. And I was going to go toy hunting at Target, come back, and just take as many toy pictures as I could. Well, I was talking to my friend Ryan, Tuscan Traders, and Pat the Collector, my friend Brandon. And it was in our Deadpool chat, or Who Gets Pulled chat. And, like Brandon's like, oh, you found Surtur, get me a Surtur. Just all this, like, we're, going back and forth. I find some toys. I get so excited. And I get to the car, and I lock my keys in the trunk. Now, at this point in my life, I was still allowing my big emotions to run wild. So I remember telling my wife that at that point, I just wanted to walk out into the woods and just live there forever. I was so mad at myself. And I was livid. I was livid. And yeah, it was brutal. Now, today, I'm talking with Collectible Fun with my friend Matt, who came all the way from California. And, we were talking about Ryan with the Tuscan Traders, and just reminiscing, just again, like the fact that like I feel like we're doing I think about him every day. I do, like I lost my friends. And not to get all, sad, but it was just a nice moment. Again, just it's the reminder that life is short. And that's why taking these opportunities to get together is essential, because, like, tomorrow's not guaranteed, one of those type of things, but it's true. So we're reminiscing, and then, give him a big hug and walking back to my car, and I put everything in the trunk, and I close the lid, and I lock my keys in the trunk. So I don't know if it's Ryan messing with me. I don't know if it's just my stupidity or just I know it's just the stupidity. But I had my cell phone. So I was able to call my wife, who begrudgingly wrangled up our 3.5-year-old twins, got them in the car, drove all the way 45 minutes to Secaucus to bail me out. But in that time, turning, lemons into lemonade, it went, I'm going to get to see Trevor's 1-6 shooters breakout session. And I got to watch a big chunk of it. And man, Trevor knows. I mean, like Trevor's just a pleasure to listen, talk to. So, if you don't follow or sub to him on YouTube, if you enjoy Mythic Legions, I mean, like I'm the noob. Like that's where I'm kind of like he's been established. He's the man. You go to their show to really just be in it. And then with my show, you just get to like, if you're like me and you're just wanting to, dabble in the waters, just then you come and play with me, and then we'll figure this out together. But man, hearing Trevor talk about this, it's everything that I believe in that this is this growing, wonderful art form that we all do in terms of toy photography. So it was really well done, so awesome. And I think my friends, I'm coming back now. I have been missing out on the thing. Here we go. Let's see. So can't get over these. And then so the purchaser from Chubb. Oh, pre-order from Chubbs. Okay. I will have to do that. Absolutely. Rabbit's Den. What an experience, dude. It was a blast, man. I really do hope that whether it's a Toy Con, a Comic Con, a Legions Con, whatever in the future, make the plans. This spring, I've already told my wife, like, again, I'm not playing the game of like, it'll be next summer. Like, no, like Chris Con, Red Wagon dioramas. Like, as soon as that stuff gets announced, I need to know so I can start making plans to drive up to Massachusetts. As soon as Jared, Sir Dork, gets the plans together with Learning Journeys for Toys in Action Con 2, I need to put that date on my calendar and tell my wife, and then we'll start making the arrangements. I'm going to both. I'm going to everything that I can drive to that's reasonable. So those are two big ones. And again, I'm going to be at LegionCon now next year, and it'll be very interesting to see, because I've been just from my own standpoint, it's been funny charting my progress as like an attendee at these things. And that's what I was telling Collectible Fun Matt about. I was like, yeah, dude. I'm like, no, like it's okay. So, next time, then you're gonna have business cards. Next time, you're gonna have stickers and like, yeah, just networking like anybody's business. But it's all networking in terms of helping each other out. So, thank you to everyone tonight for joining me. I hope that you did find some new accounts and new artists, new customizers to go follow and support. I hope hearing about hard to find toys and Chubsy Wubsy also might relieve some toy frustration if you are having trouble finding some stuff online. But I am officially, I don't know if you can hear it, straining. This was a blast, everybody. This is a really blast. This is a thing. So thank you as always. As always, this is just one man's journey from the toy aisle / toy cons. And I just can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your lives to spend it with me in the chat or just listening along. So if you're new, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate if you're watching the replay. Have a great rest of your Sunday night and have an awesome start to your week. See you later, everybody. Peace.